Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Tuesday, May 10, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Miami Heat vs Philadelphia 76ers. Our team pick is Miami -3. And here is why. The Philadelphia 76ers limped home after 2 straight blowout losses in Miami, and early reports were that Joel Embiid would not be back until Game 4. Instead, Embiid returned in Game 3 and the inspired Sixers have won 2 straight games. Embiid's presence helped to create space for the Sixers shooters and, more importantly, greatly impacted the Sixers on the defensive end. On Sunday night, Embiid had 24 points and 11 rebounds, and, even more importantly, his running mate James Harden came to play. Harden put to rest, at least for one game, all the negative postseason talk about his game with 31 points to help lead the Sixers to a 116-108 win. The Miami Heat have hit a huge roadblock, and he appears to be wearing a mask and number 21 for the Sixers. Since Joel Embiid's return, the Heat offense and defense seems to have stayed south in Miami. On Sunday night, despite a 40 PT outburst from Jimmy Butler, the Heat fell again in Philadelphia, 116-108. Miami shot miserably from beyond the arc, hitting on just 7 for 35 from long range. For the Heat to gain back control of this series, they will need more production out of Kyle Lowry. Lowry, recently returned from injury himself, has scored a total of 6 points in 50 minutes of playing time in games 3 and 4. He is just 3 for 14 from the field and has 10 assists total in the 2 games. Lowry left the game early, and his status is uncertain for Game 5. While Embiid's presence has made a massive difference for the Sixers, I trust in Erik Spoelstra, one of the best coaches in the business, to make adjustments. It seems apparent that Lowry will have to sit out Game 5, and that might be a blessing in disguise for the Heat. Miami has a lot of length at the guard position behind Lowry, and Butler is very comfortable being a distributor. I'm going to call Harden's bluff and will not bank on another 30-plus point outburst from him. I think Spoelstra will put bigger bodies on him and force Harden to beat people off the dribble, something he has not done for much of this season. Embiid will get his points and the Heat can live with that as long as they keep Harden at bay. For Miami, increased minutes for Oladipo will help spread the scoring around, and Butler, a savvy veteran, will surely get the Heat's 3 PT shooters like Max Strus, Vincent, and Tyler Herro better looks early and often. Our total pick is over 209.5 points. The Philadelphia 76ers are averaging 107.9 points on 48.2% shooting and allowing 103.1 points on 44.4% shooting. Joel Embiid is averaging 24.9 points and 2.1 assists, while Tyrese Maxey is averaging 22 points and 4.2 assists. James Harden is the 3rd double-digit scorer, and Tobias Harris is dishing 3.4 assists. The Philadelphia 76ers are shooting 38.7% from beyond the arc and 84.4% from the free throw line. The Philadelphia 76ers are allowing 32.7% shooting from deep and are grabbing 39.8 rebounds per game. The Miami Heat are averaging 106.6 points on 45.3% shooting and allowing 99.7 points on 45.4% shooting. Jimmy Butler is averaging 29 points and 7.3 rebounds, while Bam Adebayo is averaging 15.4 points and 7.9 rebounds. Tyler Herro is the 3rd double-digit scorer, and Victor Oladipo is grabbing 3.8 rebounds. The Miami Heat are shooting 32% from beyond the arc and 81.2% from the free throw line. The Miami Heat are allowing 33.8% shooting from deep and are grabbing 39.9 rebounds per game. Phoenix Suns vs Dallas Mavericks. Our team pick is Phoenix -6. And here is why. Luka Doncic is leading Dallas in scoring, rebounding and assists with averages of 32.2 points, 10.3 rebounds and 6.8 assists per game. Jalen Brunson is the 2nd leading scorer with an average of 24.1 points per game and is one of 6 players for Dallas averaging double figures in scoring during the postseason. Dallas is scoring an average of 106.0 points per game. Phoenix looks to bounce back with a victory in Game 5 and take a 3-2 lead when returning home on Tuesday. In Sunday's loss, Devin Booker was the leading scorer for Phoenix with 35 points, while Jay Crowder scored 16 points. Chris Paul handed out a team-high 7 assists, but was held to just 5 points in 23 minutes of action. Phoenix was able to out-rebound Dallas 44-37, but could not overcome 17 turnovers. Devin Booker is the leading scorer for Phoenix with an average of 23.3 points per game, while DeAndre Ayton is the leading rebounder with an average of 9.0 rebounds per game, and Chris Paul is the leader in assists with an average of 9.2 assists per game. Phoenix has 6 players averaging double figures in scoring, and as a team the Suns are scoring an average of 112.4 points per game. This series is tied at 2-2 and each team has held serve at home with 2 victories on their home courts. Look for more of the same on Tuesday, as the Suns will bounce back with a strong effort. Phoenix has covered the number in 9 of its last 12 at home against Dallas, and in 17 of its last 23 overall against the Mavericks. Dallas is shooting only 44.9% during the postseason, while Phoenix is shooting 52.6%. The Mavericks will be coming into this one full of confidence after squaring up the series with a crucial win in Game 4, but the Suns were dominant in the first 2 games of the series, so it's no surprise they're firm favorites at home. Chris Paul was horrific on Sunday and I just don't see him struggling again, not in front of the home crowd. The Mavericks can certainly pull off the upset if they get off to a quick start, but that didn't happen in the first 2 games of the series and I don't see that happening here. I expect the Suns to bounce back with a crucial win at home behind a bounce-back game from CP3. Our total pick is over 213.5 points. And here is why. The Dallas Mavericks will have their eyes on taking the lead in the series for the first time after taking down the Suns in a 111-101 win in Game 4 on Sunday. Luka Doncic led the team with 26 points, 7 rebounds and 11 assists. Dorian Finney-Smith drained 8 three-pointers to finish with a playoff career-high 24 points on 8 of 13 shooting, while Jalen Brunson chipped in with 18 points and 4 assists. As a team, the Mavericks shot 44% from the field and a sizzling 20 of 44 from the three-point line as they were hardly threatened after taking the early lead with 37 points in the first quarter. Doncic shot just 9 of 25 from the field and 1 of 10 from the three-point line, while Spencer Dinwiddie finished with just 10 points on 3 of 10 shooting, but the Mavericks were on point defensively, especially against the Suns' Chris Paul, who was held to just 5 points. After dominating on their home floor in the first 2 games, the Suns had designs on a short series. Now, after 2 tough games in Dallas, they need to regroup in a hurry and try to recapture the momentum after getting knocked back on their heels. In the first 2 games, the Suns averaged 125 points but managed just 97.5 on the road in Dallas. During the season, Phoenix averaged just shy of 115 points per contest and converted at a league-best 48.5% from the field. Devin Booker has returned from an injury earlier this postseason to once again become a major threat, averaging 26.5 points per game in this series. Look for him to be heavily featured Tuesday night, coming off a 35-point performance in Game 4. The Phoenix Suns would have been so full of confidence after taking the first 2 games of the series, but they were in serious threat of falling behind after getting stopped in the tracks in Game 4 on Sunday. Devin Booker tried his best to lead the team with 35 points and 7 assists. Jay Crowder added 15 points, while DeAndre Ayton chipped in with 14 points, 11 rebounds and 2 blocks. As a team, the Suns shot 46% from the field and 9 of 25 from the three-point line, but they shot themselves in the foot with 17 turnovers and needed more from Chris Paul, who finished with just 5 points before fouling out in the fourth quarter. Disclaimer: no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.